Hey everyone, it's the SavaniSis in the house, and today we're going to talk about fear. The fact that fear is false. It's fake.
It's fakety fake, faker than your Botox.
So stay tuned. Hey, so we can explain why fear is actually false, why it's fake. And we're going to break it down. First of all, why do we feel fear? Fear is sometimes triggered from past programming. So you may have had events in the past which you were fearful of, and something similar is happening to you right now, and you're just getting triggered much more easily. So it's a past memory of why you're feeling fear. The second reason is from programming currently. At the moment, in the media, everywhere you look, there could be messages out there to stay fearful, stay safe, social distance, don't go near people, wear your mask, virus out there. And that's a lot of fear that people are experiencing because of all of that. The third thing is that you're picking up on other people's fear. Remember, we did a video on this about how you can pick up on other people's brains, other people's thoughts. This is what's happening sometimes. You've got nothing that you feel fearful of, but you're feeling fear. Why is that? It could be that there's just a lot of fear in the collective consciousness. And the fourth thing is, Kashmir,
That you're focused on the wrong stuff. You're just thinking negative, fearful thoughts. It doesn't even exist. And fear is an acronym, and it stands for false evidence appearing real. You have nothing to fear but fear itself.
So Kashmir, then why is fear fake? Why is it false?
Well, fear is false because everything in the universe is literally an illusion. Everything in the universe is energy vibrating at a different frequency, and quantum physics explains this.
Yeah, we only see 0.00001% of what our five senses perceive. The things that we don't see is 99.999999%, which is the quantum field. It's the quantum world of no space and time. In this quantum world, this is where we create. We create whatever we want, and this is the bit that we don't see. So how do we reduce fear? Well, we've got a few tips. First of all, acknowledge that you're fearful. Right, bring it into full awareness. Be with it for a while. Now, this could be quite scary for you, but actually when you practice it, you realize that the fear can often dissipate. When you look at yourself and say, right, I'm feeling fear, where am I feeling the fear? Because you could be experiencing it in a certain part of your body. So it manifests in a physical kind of sensation in your body. Notice it, you're just observing it. You're not giving any narrative after it. You're just watching it. That's all you're doing. The second thing is remind yourself that all of this is just an illusion. The 0.00001% of what your five senses perceive is just energy vibrating at different frequencies. Even your event or circumstance, it's all energy. We're all made up of the same stuff. Not just remind yourself, but really take it into your system. Because just by doing that, you realize, what the hell was I so fearful about in the first place? The third thing is
that you can break down the components of your worst case scenario, whatever negative, fearful thoughts you had, and realize and find the false evidence within them, because it really is false if you look for it.
Remember, when you're feeling fearful, often it's something that you've actually made up in your mind. It's made up. You are thinking of the worst case scenario. How do you know that's really going to happen? Do you know 100% that's what's going to happen? The worst case scenario is normally how the human brain works, unfortunately. We think of the worst thing that's going to happen in a situation or event.
And we create our own feeling of fear. Nothing outside of us has actually physically happened that's creating harm and torture to us. We've literally done it in our own mind, just by thinking of the most fearful thoughts.
So challenge yourself. How do I know this is 100% true, that this is going to happen? That helps to, like Kashmir said, break down the fear into components, and you finally actually realize that this is all false. You've made this up in your mind. Even if you're feeling fearful in that moment because there's something that's going on outside of you, let's say someone's threatening you, again, that fear is something that you're feeling inside, because already you're thinking that person's going to hit me, this person's going to kill me. It is our thoughts that are actually creating the sensations in our body. We're being triggered by what's going on outside of us. The fourth thing is that look at what you're focusing on. Right now in 2021, and this started from 2020, there is so much negativity out there with this virus, with the vaccines, with this, that, the other, with the financial system, uncertainty. So if you're focusing on all this information or all the bad stuff that's happening in the world, what kind of state are you going to be in?
Fearful. Worrisome.
Yes, and I know because I've experienced this before as well. When I review my day at the end of the day and I think, why did I have the day that I had today? Why was I feeling some anxiety or some fear? What was I focusing on today? And you realize that you've been focusing on all the negative stuff. Sometimes it's not even something that you're reading or social media. You're actually in your head too much, thinking about one horrible scenario, and you're just focusing on that again and again and again throughout the day. Yeah, you're replaying it. So really look at, what am I focusing on? Ask yourself that question. Ask it out loud, because it really brings you into that present moment. And the last thing, but the most important thing, is going inwards.
Yes.
Because you're focusing on so much stuff outside of you, the reality that looks so bleak, you're in a state of fear. But when you go inwards, the most powerful thing about going inwards is that you have a choice of how to think and how to feel, and you can imagine whatever you want. Remember we talked about the quantum field, Kashmir?
Yes.
The quantum field is a place where you can create
anything you want.
Anything you want.
Limitless possibilities.
Limitless possibilities, exactly. So you have the power to think and feel and create whatever you want.
Yes.
Right? I'm saying that again. You have the power to think and feel and create whatever you want. I've said that twice because I want this to really sink in. When you do the inner work, you are working in that quantum field. The more inwards you go, the more you don't pay too much attention to the outer reality. I'm not saying you're completely oblivious to it, or you're avoiding it, or you're ignorant to it. All you're doing is saying, I choose to focus more inward than outward, because I know that focusing inward will create my outward reality. Whatever the facts are outside of you, the reality looks bleak. When you create what you want inwards, you override all the facts outside of you. You did a video on
when my attitude is right, the facts don't count.
And that really explains when you actually spend more time in the quantum world, which is inwards, rather than outwards in the outward reality. It doesn't matter what the outward reality says, you can override it and you can create the life that you want, no matter what's going on. That's all our information and our cognitions and our experience about fear. Yeah. We feel fear, don't we, Kashmir?
Of course,
we feel fear. I'd love to be completely 100% fearless
and courageous.
But there's always some little fear on something I have to do. Doing these videos, there could be a little bit of fear around that, for some people. So there's always fear coming up in very small ways or big ways for some people. Some people are fearful all the time, just stepping outside of their house is fearful. And other people, they get a challenge at work or something they have to do and they feel a bit fearful around it. So fear is actually a normal part of the human system and the way that we work. The key thing is how long do you want to stay there. So we're hoping that this video has helped you just even a little bit. We'll be quite happy with that. Yeah?
Yes, exactly.
If it's helped you even more, then even better. So is there anything else you wanted to add, Kashmir?
No, thank you. I think you said it all, Meenal. I hope that lightened the mood, guys. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button to stay tuned for more videos, and we shall see you on the next one.
Bye for now.